Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports Television. I am your host, Garry Glenn. Well, the tournament time is upon us. The wrestlers have their state tournament this week, and we open the show with wrestling. Let me backtrack a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks ago, Chestatee was second at their area traditional meet behind Oconee County. It was the best finish ever for the school at the traditional area. Bartolo Velasquez won it at 113 pounds, and the War Eagles also had 2 seconds, 4 thirds, and a fourth. North Hall sent 6 to the sectionals off a fourth-place finish. Tyler Kratzer won the area at 138. Cam Howell did the same at 220. Gainesville sent 5 in AAA, while in AA, East Hall sent 4 to the sectionals, and in 4A, Flowery Branch sent 8 to the sectional meet. Now, after that meet, which was this past weekend, we will see Hall County fairly well represented at this coming weekend's state wrestling tournament at the Gwinnett Arena. Chestatee and North Hall have the most of our local qualifiers. Both will send 6 wrestlers each after this past weekend's AAA sectionals. Top 8 go on to state. Chestatee had a couple of runners-up, Jose Reyes Lavalle at 106 and Taylor Wright at 152. Dylan Brock qualified at 4th and set the school season record for pins along the way. He's got 32 now. Christian Zapatero at 126 finished 6th in the sectionals, while Kyle Wesley was 7th at 160 pounds and Velasquez 8th after forfeiting his final matches after injuring himself earlier and apparently not wanting to aggravate the injury. The War Eagle coach is Carey Whitlow. Carey, tell me about the sectionals this past weekend.
Well, sectionals were tough. It was a long drive down there. We took 8 guys down to the sectionals. We're thinking we could push all 8 through, but you know, it happens. You lose one and not meaning to, and that happens. So we had 6 through in the state going. If I'm not mistaken, that's the best we've done as a school in our 10 years, which is a good credit to the kids.
These kids are going to be impressed. Some of them have never been to Gwinnett and made the state before, aren't they?
Well, I'll tell you, that's what's funny, because we went to the state duels and walking in the arena down there and seeing all these 12 mats, and the kids go, wow, this is big. I don't think it's anything that they're not prepared for. We've taken, I think half of the kids have been down there, and what we do on Saturdays is we let our anybody that wants to go with us ride the bus down. So we've taken kids down to the arena before that haven't wrestled. Of course, they pay their own way. So they've seen it. They've become familiar with it. And going to the state duels down in Macon, just seeing how big the thing was and all the mats laid out, I think they're ready to go. We got some of our kids who, I mean, they're peaking right now at the right season. And it's just a tough weight class. You know, like our 106-pound weight class, the top 5 in sectionals, 4 of them were from our area. And that's tough. And Jose Reyes has got a good shot at placing again, as well as Bartolo. All 6 of our guys have got a shot at placing, but it's just that, you know, that one match that goes the wrong way will keep them out of it. And so 1 week and we're done. Now,
North Hall will send 132-pound Andy Voss in as a 2nd seed. Tyler Kratzer's 3rd at 138. And they also will send a couple of 4ths, Tyler Goss at 120 pounds and Cam Howell at 220. Taylor Merritt was 5th for the Trojans at 106 and Matt Joy 7th at 112. And Nick Wright and I also earlier this week dropped in on Trojan coach Jay Hargis. Jay, did you feel like you wrestled pretty well at the sectionals?
Yeah, the guys did real well. Real pleased with the results.
Handicap me a little bit now. Who's got the best shot of getting into the medal round for you?
I think all of them have a shot at it. We had some guys that didn't place in the top 4, but each of them are very, very close in each of those matches. The guys that were in the top 4 definitely faced some tough cookies this week. So,
is this a tough sectional?
Yes, I would definitely think so. Cam Howell, who's done really well all season, ran into a stud right there at the semis. That definitely we'll take a little bit more solid chance at him next time.
But it's a big deal for these kids to get to Gwinnett, and they make a huge thing out of this, don't they, at the Gwinnett Arena for the all-class, everybody in one building.
Yes, it's fantastic. A lot of college coaches are able to get there, and the guys get to see so many other athletes that are just at the peak of their performance time, and it's neat to see a crowd that big for wrestling.
Now, also from the AAA sectionals, Elliott Rayford of West Hall was 5th at 132 and qualifies for state. In AA, East Hall will send 5th place Carlos Negron at 152, J.D. Holloway 6th at 285, and Edward Vergara 7th at 145. In 4A, Flowery Branch will send 5 wrestlers to state. It was a second for 132-pound Nick Langford, and at 120, Ben Horton, at 126, Zach Winter, 138, Caleb Murphy, and 160, Eli Bloomfield, all go to state as 8th place sectional finishers. In Single A, Riverside will send 2 to state, including the county's only sectional first. Sectional champion Nicholas Thompson at 138 and Christopher Harvey third at 120 pounds. The veteran Riverside coach is Errol Bisso. Coach Bisso, tell me about the sectionals. Who did you get through to the state?
Well, we were fortunate. We got 2 of them through, which is what we thought we would do when we started. We got a sectional champion in my 138-pounder, Nicholas Thompson, who did a really fine job, pinned the boy from Telfair County in the final. And he was a region champ also, so he has got it honestly. He's a good wrestler on the mat, and it's turned out that it was real good for him. And then my captain, my 120-pounder, Christopher Harvey, lost a real tight match in the semifinals, 6-5, which was most probably the coach's fault, not his fault. I made a couple of mistakes that I shouldn't have during the match, but he came back and wrestled the boy from Social Circle in the final for the consolation finals, and defeated him 11-2 handily. So we got 2. We had a first and a third going to state, which we're real happy about.
Handicap their chances now. You've probably seen other competition in Single A, and just because somebody finishes third at the sectionals doesn't mean they can't come back and win it all.
That's exactly right, because the Harvey boy was ranked, I think, 3rd in Class A, and he finished 3rd in the area, in the sectionals. But I really expect him to make some noise at state. Now, the other boy is a sophomore. Well, Harvey's a junior, and Thompson's a sophomore, so they're both young kids. And Harvey has improved so much over a year. He has bought into it. He's actually gotten where he lives, drinks, and eats wrestling. That's what he does. When he goes home on a weekend in Macon, he's at the club in Macon, wrestling every Saturday and Sunday when he's not doing anything here. And he goes to camps all summer, and I'm hoping that a few of the others will catch that disease sometime this summer and do the same thing.
Good luck to all our wrestlers at Gwinnett. I understand Governor Nathan Deal from here in Gainesville is going to be on hand to pass out some of the awards. It's a big deal. We'll take you to the hoop when we return.
There are hundreds of options when choosing apparel or promotional items at J. Geyer Advertising and the Trophy Case. We're all about quality and competitive pricing. Sports items are in stock. Look for special pricing on Letterman jackets, corporate apparel, corporate gifts, and custom embroidery. All local high schools should check out the line of spiritware and trophies. We're also offering custom screen printing available for any team sport. Be on the winning side when you choose J. Geyer Advertising and the Trophy Case, locally owned and operated at 250 Dawsonville Highway, Gainesville. Call 770-718-0062 or on the web at jgeyer.com and trophycaseltd.com.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
Welcome back to this week's show, everybody. I'm Garry Glenn, and this is Hall County Sports, our basketball segment this week. And we're going to open with college basketball, a fellow we haven't talked to in a few months. And that's Kris Stewart, who is the head basketball coach for the Brenau Golden Tigers. Kris, thanks for coming back in.
Thanks for having me.
You know, I guess it's probably the first time you and I have talked face-to-face since we had you on the show last to talk about taking over the program.
Yep, that's right.
So now you're heading down the home stretch of your first season, so give us the report, Coach.
I think my team has grown a lot this year. We have mostly sophomores and juniors, and I knew it was going to kind of be a work in progress, but we've We've competed. We're currently fighting for a playoff spot in a pretty competitive conference. So I feel pretty good about this year and about the future.
And your record hovering right around a few games under 500 right now. So how has that gone? Have you seen some you thought you got away from? You maybe seen a couple you probably shouldn't have won but did?
Yes, sir. We've lost one in overtime, one in double overtime. We lost one on a last-second shot. So, if a ball bounces different in one or two or three of those games, it's a completely different record. So it's been tough, but I think we've learned a lot from it.
Has anybody stepped to the forefront for you this year and been a leader?
Yes, I've got three that I feel very comfortable with in that role. Brittany Wiley, who's our point guard, she's a sophomore. Yeah, Gabby Harvey, who's a junior forward, and
her too.
And Nikki Reed, who's also a junior forward.
All of those people. So you're telling me now that because you've got a lot of sophomores and juniors, any seniors at all? We
have one senior, Amanda Parker, who is solid for us, and we're going to miss her next year, but she's moving on to the next part of her life, and we've got just a strong, good core returning.
That was my thought. Continue my thought. You ought to have things ought to be at the next level by next year.
I hope so. Sometimes it's a learning process. New coach, new system. Even the teams change that we play. So I think the close games have made a difference in their maturity, and I feel very good about next year.
SSAC has been a pretty competitive conference, Kris.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With some of the top teams in the country.
Agreed. We play number 4 in the country, Lee, tonight. We've played number 21 Shorter on Saturday, and Emmanuel is always strong, and just top to bottom, it's a good conference.
What's it going to take for you to make it into the conference playoffs and maybe a little bit further?
It's a 2-team race between us and Southern Wesleyan University. The good news is we play Southern Wesleyan the last game of the year, and I hope if things go over the next 3 games the way they're supposed to, we'll play them for all the marbles, so to speak.
All right. Thanks for coming in. Look, keep us posted, okay?
Gotcha. Thank you.
Good luck to the Golden Tigers. Kris Stewart, head coach at Brenau. Also in college ball, after leading the Lady Saints to 1-1 record in Peach Belt Conference play the week before, North Georgia's and GHS alumnus Jamie Carnes has been named the Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week. This is the 3rd time this season that Jamie has earned the honor, and she's only one of 2 players to earn the honor multiple times. On the high school scene, East Hall clinched the 8AA North title for the boys with a 73-65 win over Raven County. Brian Edwards led East Hall, ranked number 9 in the latest polls, with a game-high 20 points and 14 rebounds. J.C. Hampton chipped in 17 points. The number 6 rated East Hall girls also beat Raven County 54-47. Jasmine Jenkins led the Lady Vikings with a game-high 21 points. Morgan Jackson added 20. East Hall with another good outing as the number 1 seeded Vikings swept Union County. Jackson led the Lady Vikings with 20 and a 57-42 victory. The boys won 76-48 as J.C. Hampton led the usual Vikings scoring parade with 14 points. Wanda Bears boys beat Flowery Branch 63-52 despite 25 from Jamad Stevens, and then the Branch boys were eliminated from postseason chances in a 53-48 loss to Madison County. They finish at 12-14 on the season. Stevens scored 19 for the Branch to lead the scoring. Flowery Branch girls beat Winder 52-42 as Kara Chilton led the Lady Falcons with a team-high 14 points. Tavia Sykes added 11 points and grabbed 9 rebounds. And Lady Falcon coach Hazel Hall, congratulations to her. She's been named the 8 Quad A Girls Coach of the Year. Stevens County boys ended North Hall's win streak 50-46. Ebo Smith led the number 10 ranked Trojans with a team-high 19 points. North Hall girls beat Stevens County 46-37. Mary Kate Rushton led the Lady Trojans with 12 points. Chestatee girls beat White County 49-34. Megan Kinnemer led the Lady War Eagles with 20 points and 5 rebounds. Emily Crane scored 15 points and grabbed 7 boards for Chestatee, which clinched the number 2 seed with their win and the Stevens County loss to North Hall. Boys made it a sweep 70-59. Keelan Passmore had 20 to lead the War Eagles in that game. It was the Gainesville boys over Monroe area 78-55. Shaquan Cantrell led the Red Elephants with 18 points and 5 boards, and Chase England added 11 points and 8 rebounds. Lakeview tuned up for the region tournament this week with some wins. Lakeview swept Tallulah Falls 63-44 girls and 75-21 boys. Kelsey Gilbert had 13 for the Lady Lions, and John Cox led the male pride with 20. Lady Lions also beat Oglethorpe County 78-36. Taylor Hanty led the way with 14. The boys beat Riverside Military 83-64. Austin Montgomery, fresh off his selection to play in the GHSA Junior All-Star game, led the Lions with 19 points. He averages 16 points and over 8 rebounds a game. Adrian Humphrey led the Cadets in that particular game, the Riverside game, with 20. Lakeview entered the region tournament as the number 1 seed for the boys and number 2 for the girls. Riverside was a 4th seed, by the way. The 8A Region Basketball coaches also selected the All-Region Player of the Year and Coach of the Year. Lakeview's Austin's Pearson and Montgomery was selected to the first team All-Region team. Seth Vining selected as Coach of the Year. On the girls' side, Lakeview Junior Taylor Hanty named to the Region 8A All-Region Second Team. Lakeview Senior Kelsey Gilbert received an honorable mention. Johnson's girls advanced in the play-in game in 8 AAA, 59-49 over Monroe area. In overtime, Harley Robson led the Lady Knights with 30 points. We got more sports for you right after this.
Hi, I'm Rob Bruce. I'm the new pastor here at McEver Road United Methodist Church. And one of the things I've noticed here in Hall County is the number of churches that are here, and that is a great blessing. But it can also be a problem if you're trying to find a new church or you're investigating Christianity for the first time. There's so many churches and it seems like there's so little time. Well, we invite you to be our guest at McEver Road United Methodist. We will not give you a high-pressure approach. You can come in, make up your own mind at one of 3 of our worship services. We have 3 diverse worship services, one at 8:30, which is a gospel format service. We have a 10 o'clock service, which is not contemporary, but it's something more edgy and different, and we'd like to invite you to that if that's your style. And then at 11 o'clock, we have a traditional Methodist service. So we'd love for you to come be our guest and come and see.
At the recent National Junior Weightlifting Championships in Itasca, Illinois, Team Georgia Weightlifting won the team titles in the women's division and the men's division. Now, these are the first ever team titles at the junior division. That's the 20 and under class for Team Georgia. The student athletes, a lot of them from Chestatee High School and Flowery Branch High School, dominated the competition with 4 individual national championships, a pair of silver medalists and a bronze medalist. In the women's division, Team Georgia won 3 national championships out of the 7 weight classes. Ellen Kercher in the 48 kilogram, that's about the 106-pound weight class from Flowery Branch, started the competition off by winning her weight class by 16 kilograms or around 35 pounds, setting personal records in the clean and jerk of 75 kilograms, that's about 165 pounds, and total. Her total of 132 kilograms or about 290 pounds was a PR by 4 kilograms, that's almost 9 pounds. Kercher has also secured a position to be a member of the USA Junior World Team. Now, the Junior World Team will compete in Guatemala City in May. Hope Stockel in the 58 kilogram class from Flowery Branch and Riley Farrett, 63 kilograms from Chestatee, followed in the next women's session. Hope won the bronze by totaling 147 kilograms or 324 pounds. She was edged out by a kilogram in body weight for the gold medal. Her total and her snatch of 66 kg are personal records. She is currently ranked 2nd on the USA Youth World Team and will be competing in Kazakhstan in September. Jenny Arthur, at 69 kilogram weight class of Chestatee, put on an exhibition of athleticism by snatching 82 kg, clean and jerking a new junior American record of 114 kilograms. That's 252 pounds she put over her head for a total of 196 kilograms or 431 pounds. Arthur not only secured her spot on the Junior World Team, but qualified for the 2012 Olympic trials in March, being ranked 9th out of the top 15 women in the USA in all weight classes. Jenny will be the first ever Hall County student athlete to compete in the weightlifting Olympic trials. Wow. Megan Poole, a graduate of Chestatee competing in the 75 kilogram class, is currently a resident athlete at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and is attending the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. She snatched 83 kilograms and clean and jerked 95 kg for a total of 178 kilograms or 391 pounds. Despite competing hurt, Megan dominated her weight class with a 20 kilogram difference in winning Team Georgia's 3rd individual national championship. Now, if winning 3 individual national championships by the women was not dominating enough, the men crushed their opposing teams by beating their closest competition by 31 points. Worst finish by the point getters was 4th place. Jimmy McIntyre, also in the 69 kilogram class from Flowery Branch, went 6 for 6, having a perfect day. 3 for 3 on his snatches, lifting 103 kg or 227 pounds, a new personal record. And in the clean and jerk, Jimmy went 3 for 3 at 132 kilograms for his lift and 290 pounds, another PR. His total of 235 kilograms or 517 pounds won the weight class by about 53 pounds. And also in having the perfect 6 for 6 day, Jimmy also won the Rich Schutz Award in his weight class. McIntyre, Kercher, and Arthur spent last Saturday picking up more hardware here locally over at Chestatee High School at the War Eagle Invitational. I dropped in and had a chance to talk with them and their coaches, C.J. Stockel of Flowery Branch and Stan Luttrell of Chestatee, about that great national meet.
Tell me a little bit about the Nationals, Jimmy. Nationals were pretty cool. We won both the boys and the girls team. Got to go out there and I went 6 for 6, had a great day, set 3 new PRs, and they put me up for Athlete of the Week on USA Weightlifting.
Cool. Best of all worlds, huh?
Yeah.
Now, are you kind of dialed into the weightlifting season now?
Yeah, today I will be putting some heavy weight on the bar to get ready to go out to Columbus and qualify for Junior Worlds.
Tell me about the national meet where you went 6 for 6, set all kinds of PRs, and qualified for the Olympic trials.
Yes, it was amazing. Like, it was incredible. I was really excited about the competition going into it, and I was really ready for it.
What got you into Olympic weightlifting?
Well, we do it at our school for to improve in our sports and everything, and to make us more powerful and everything. So I started with that, coming in the mornings and working out with that and stuff, and then I began competing with the Team Georgia at local meets and stuff.
Are you excited about the chance to go to the Olympic Nationals?
I'm so excited. I'm ready.
Do you realize what a big deal this is now for somebody your age? I mean, most of those people are going to be a whole lot older than you are. You got a lot of room to improve, huh?
Yes. I think it's going to be a great experience to go out there and watch the best lifters in America, and I think it's going to be great.
Now, Ellen, you had a pretty good meet at the Nationals, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
Well, I was glad that I was okay. I got 3 out of 6, which isn't what I wanted to do. This meet was sort of to get the weights over my head that I need to get at Arnold's to secure my spot in the Junior World team.
And you're probably not as satisfied as you could have been with today, right?
Yeah, I wish I could have done one more clean jerk and I would have been satisfied.
What are your goals for this year?
My goals are to hopefully get a scholarship for weightlifting at some college and to make the Junior World team and maybe in the future go to the Olympics.
Stan, first of all, tell me about the trip to the Nationals up there. You guys did really well, and Jenny has qualified for the Olympics. I'm not sure even she knows how big that is.
I don't think she does, but first of all, I don't want everyone to overlook that this is a long process to get to this point with the success that we had up in Chicago this weekend with Team Georgia. In fact, it's been over 5-year process, and Coach Stockel and myself have really been working our kids and gradually progressing, and which led to a men's and women's national championship in the 20 and unders. Jenny Arthur was one of our excellent lifters, and she has an amazing opportunity to lift at the Olympic trials. Currently, she's the 9th ranked female in America, and she's a joy to coach.
And weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting, I mean, I saw all those kids that you got lined up for your team picture out there, and CG, I know you got that over at the branch too. This has been something that has been a long time coming, but now you're seeing some fruits of it, huh?
Yes, we are, and we're very fortunate that these kids have dedicated themselves because it's something a little bit different. They have to have that intestinal fortitude to want to work and get into it. So, but it's just the diligence too. We've been real fortunate with that. We've got 3 kids right now outside of Jenny who have an opportunity to lift on the Junior World team this year. Plus, my daughter, who's ranked number 2 in the country, 17 and under, she'll go to Kazakhstan in the fall to lift again at the Youth World Championships. So these are opportunities. Plus, we expect to have at least 2, possibly 3 at the Olympic Training Center as students and going to the University of Colorado Springs. And that's just at the end of this year. Who knows what next year may bring.
Well, you had Megan Poole out there, didn't you, huh?
Yeah, Megan's still there, and we're looking to get as many of our athletes out there in that environment, which is amazing, and to reach their potential.
And this is not just a sport in and of itself, although it is that. It's something that your kids, most of them, at least train for other sports.
That's exactly right. These kids give back to the school. We're talking about football players, softball players, track athletes. Megan was a cheerleader. This is a multiple sport training facility, and this is the way we train the kids, the same way to be athletes.
Stan, have you seen the fruits of all of that come out in other sports as well? I know that you've got males and females in your family that are doing this.
Absolutely. My 3 oldest children are lifting, and it definitely, my oldest daughter is a gymnast, and both my boys are football, wrestling, and anything, any type of ball they can get their hands on. And it builds athletes, and that's what we're doing, and helping create the total person. And just so thankful for Coach Stockel and Team Georgia Weightlifting and what it's done for our kids and our community.
Now, at this meet at Chestatee this past Saturday, Jimmy McIntyre cleaned and jerked 135 kilos, and he cleaned 140, but he couldn't quite push it up. That's over 308 pounds, by the way. Coach Stockel says Jimmy is the first athlete in school history to clean double his body weight. Now, back to the Nationals. Nathaniel Peck from Chestatee won the bronze medal in the 69-kilogram class. He snatched 92, clean and jerked 114 kilogram for a total of about 453 pounds. In the 105 kg class, Jacob Mathis of the branch only snatched 110 kilograms, was in fourth coming into the clean and jerk, but he moved into the silver medal slot with a clean and jerk of 153 kilograms, and he totaled 579 pounds. And the 105 plus, Team Georgia would place second and third when all was done. Jonathan West from Chestatee won the bronze medal by snatching 105 kilograms, clean and jerking 140 for a total of 245 kg. Jonathan Frick from Flowery Branch snatched 115, clean and jerked 150 for a total of 265 kilograms or 583 pounds and the silver medal. Congratulations to all these youngsters. They're doing a great job. We're back to wrap it up when we conclude. This program is also brought to you by Longstreet Cafe, now with 2 locations in Gainesville, 1043 Riverside Terrace and 405 Pearl Nicks Parkway. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Monday through Saturday. Longstreet's got the reputation for Gainesville's fastest drive-thru and the best fried chicken you'll ever sink your teeth into. Plus veggies, a full salad bar, and great desserts. Check today's menu at www.longstreetcafe.com. Call a friend and meet them for a hearty meal at Longstreet Cafe, where they put the home in the cooking. Hall County Sports is brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. And remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair at 770-535-7278. And by McIntyre Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McIntyre Road in Oakwood with 3 worship services every Sunday morning, Kids Town and adult small groups. McIntyre Road United Methodist Church is dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ. We began this week's wrap-up with swimming, and North Hall's Paul Powers got his state title this past Saturday and almost had 2. Powers swam the first in the boys' 50-yard freestyle at the GHSA's Single A through Quad A swimming championships in Atlanta, then came within 4/10 of double gold, finishing second in the 100 free. Paul touched the wall in 20.62 seconds in the 50 free, and he then finished in 45.91 in the 100 free, just behind Wesleyan's Anthony McMurray, who swam a 45.51. The 50 free, in fact, featured 3 top 10 finishes for area swimmers as Gainesville's Andy Doan took 6th place and North Hall freshman Ty Powers, Paul's brother, was 9th in 21.57, setting a 14 and under state record in the process, breaking his brother's record. Gainesville's Colin Monahan finished 5th in the 200 individual medley, improving his 200 IM time by almost 2 full seconds over Friday's preliminary race. He was 9th in the 100 breaststroke, while Doan also took 10th in the boys' 100 backstroke. Flowery Branch's Zach Miller-Hogg put the finishing touches on a stellar varsity career by finishing 8th in the boys' 200 free. The Falcons standout also anchored Flowery Branch's 200 free relay team that finished 13th place overall. Okay, time now to name our athletes of the week. For the males, well, we go with North Hall's Paul Powers, first and a second in the state swim meet, a champion and a silver medal as well. And for the females, well, Harley Robson of Johnson basketball, 30 points to keep the Lady Knights alive as they won in overtime, and they're alive for at least one more game. Some other stuff. Got some signings to report to you. Dylan Martin, a senior at North Hall High School, is signed on to play soccer at Emmanuel College in Franklin Springs, while East Hall running back Jamon Witt will continue his football career at Dean Junior College in Massachusetts. You runners, the Challenge Child Mile and 5K at Riverside Military Academy on Sunday, March the 4th. $25 pre-race, $30 day of. Mile starts around 2 p.m. And finally, the FCA will have their second annual Northeast Georgia Turkey Call Contest and demonstration on Saturday, February 25th. It'll be at the Stewart Farm at 5796 Julian Ball Road in Lula. Breakfast and registration gets underway about 8:30 with the event at 9 a.m. If you got some questions, you can email Coach Tim Boyd at tim.boyd@hallco.org. Categories are a mouth call and a friction call, yelp, cluck, purr, and cackle. A large time, I'm certain, will be had by all. That's our show for this week. I'm Garry Glenn, Hall County Sports.